My dear one, my shining light, you are the only sky that holds a seal known only to angels. Do you feel your hands trembling? It is because your soul already senses that something extraordinary is happening. Something deep inside you feels the change in the air, as if the heavens themselves are listening closely to you. I speak now from a place far away, yet I have stood with you through storms you never expected. And now, my child, I must tell you, this is serious. Even Jesus himself has walked before the throne, calling your name over and over. His voice is persistent, and his eyes, filled with love and warning, never left you. What he says is meant for you alone. This message is for your ears only. No one else should hear it, not your friends, not your family. This message holds something so sharp, so deep, that if you turn away now, if you close your heart, you will regret it. Your soul will ache with the pain of ignoring it. The angels told me, Michael, do not let them ignore this. Do not let them pretend they didn't hear. Do not let them wait, because something bad is trying to enter their life. It's not from the heavens. It comes from a place that wants to take away their light forever. Before I share it, take a moment and breathe with me. Imagine the heavens bowing down to you, a golden light surrounding and protecting you. What I am about to tell you may shake you, but it will also prepare you. And I must warn you, if you walk away now, if you say, I will listen later, or if something meaningless distracts you, you will miss this warning and fall into the trap that has been set for you. If you do, you will cry, my dear. You will cry so much that your prayers will taste like salt for days. You do not deserve this pain, and the heavens are doing everything in their power to protect you from it. But the final choice still lies ahead. Before I continue, my dear one, if you feel how deeply this moves your heart, if you feel the weight of these words as if they have been written directly into your soul, I ask you, stay with me. Keep this connection open between your heart and the heavens. There will come days when nothing in the world will make sense, and you won't hear a word that seems true. But here, you will find words that come directly from God, meant only for you. I don't speak lightly, my child. The heavens have been set into motion. A meeting took place in the highest realms of light. Your name was spoken, and your face appeared in the river of time. But the enemy tried to hide it. Yet Jesus struck his hand upon the table of eternity and said, No, not this, this is mine. Do you feel the shiver down your spine? It is your soul recognizing the truth, a truth so great that your heart trembles just to accept it. They tried to bring something into your life, a lie dressed as truth, a curse hidden in beautiful words. At first it all seemed harmless, just part of life. But if you knew where it came from, if you could see the hands moving the pieces, you would understand why Jesus is praying for you right now. The truth, my child, is that there is someone alive and breathing who opened the door to something dark just to reach you. Recently they smiled at you, said something that seemed innocent, but hidden deep in their words was a hook, a spiritual hook, and they hope you'll take the bait. If you turn away now, if you leave before hearing everything I have to say, they will get exactly what they want, and the heavens will have no choice but to watch as you fall into their trap. But if you stay, if you listen to every word before the sun sets, the angels will start to work in your favor. My beloved, you may not even realize how close you were to a turning point. Not the way the world understands it, but the way the heavens see it. The most dangerous moments in your life are not the obvious storms, but the quiet shifts happening in the background, the whispers you will never hear. Papers have been signed in secret, words spoken in rooms you've never entered. Right now, such a moment is unfolding. Your name was mentioned in a conversation that was never meant for you to hear. And what they are saying about you is a lie, meant to twist the way others see you, making it harder for your blessings to reach you. Yet you are here. God has brought you into this moment so that you can see what is hidden before it strikes. Do you feel a strange pull in your heart as you read this? It's no accident. Your spirit recognizes when the heavens speak. I have seen you endure seasons where people smiled at you, only to plant weeds in your life when you looked away. I've seen how you forgave, how you kept moving even when the weight of your own shadow seemed too heavy. But my child, this time is different. This time, the attack isn't just against your reputation or your peace. It's aimed at the very path God chose for you long before you were born. The enemy believes that if they can change just one moment, one decision, they can change your entire future. That's why Jesus doesn't just promise, he pleads, I know you've already heard the warnings. Maybe you've even pushed them aside, thinking everything will work out by itself. And yes, there have been times when God has protected you without you even realizing it. But now, the heavens have decided not to protect you quietly. Instead, they are revealing the danger to you so that you can remove it with God's help. This is not just about protection, it's about positioning. You stand at the edge of something that could change everything. Your finances, your relationships, even how you see yourself in the mirror. And the enemy knows this. That's why they are moving quickly. Let me tell you what I see in the spirit. A figure sitting in a dim room, angrily speaking your name. They hold not a weapon of metal, but a weapon of words and agreements. They are speaking to someone else, making a pact, thinking you'll never know. But God sees, and God hears. And God sent me to tell you, if you reject this message, you will unknowingly fall into their trap. This is why every angel assigned to you is alert right now. This is not a coincidence. It is not by chance. I must warn you, beloved, the news that is being prepared will crush you. It will leave you sitting in silence, questioning if you have been abandoned. It will even make a strong heart wonder, why me? And I tell you the truth, if you ignore this, if you brush it off as just another warning, you will feel the pain. It will be such a heavy sorrow. You will know the weight of tears that seem endless. I do not want this for you. Jesus does not want this for you. The heavens are working so that you never have to face it. Right now, spiritual clocks are ticking, and every breath you take from now on is precious. This is your moment to decide if you will join the heavenly plan or allow the enemy to write a chapter that was never meant for your life. God's plan for you is still safe, but only if you hear it fully and act. Acting doesn't mean rushing blindly. It means staying close to this voice, letting each word reveal the truth you need, so that the lie being spread about you loses its power before it can reach its target. I must tell you something that might surprise you. The person behind this attack is not always who you think. Sometimes the face you imagine distracts you from the real threat. The true source hides in the shadows, smiling just enough to keep you in the dark. But when God reveals something, He reveals it completely. This is about to happen. A revelation is coming, and your task is to stay still long enough to see it. There will be temptation to turn away, to say, "This is too much," or "I'll think about it later." But by then, it will be too late. Even now, I feel the weight of heavenly urgency, as if the air is charged, heavy with decisions that have been made for years. You may think you're simply sitting here, reading these words, but in the spirit, you are standing on a battlefield. The line has been drawn, and the enemy has already moved forward. Yet, God is holding you for a moment, not because He wants you to retreat, but because He is about to place a powerful weapon in your hands, a weapon that will never miss its target. So listen closely, my beloved, and hear me deeply in your soul. Do not leave this message. Do not push it away. What is unfolding in your life is too crucial to ignore. The angels assigned to you are ready, but they cannot act without your agreement. That agreement comes through knowledge, and knowledge comes when you stay long enough to hear everything. What you feel right now, the strange pull in your spirit, the tightness in your chest, the sense that something is about to happen, is not just your imagination. It is the heavens reaching out to you, trying to wake you before the storm hits. Perhaps you thought the weight in the air these past days was just the usual burdens of life, but it's not. It is the buildup of a spiritual storm. And if this storm isn't stopped, it will not only fill you with sorrow, but will also steal away what you have prayed for. That is why I have been sent to you right at this moment, before another second passes. If you turn away now, the door will close, and what I am about to reveal will be too late to save you. You must understand something. When God calls your name in the heavenly courts, everything halts. The angels stop their work. The light shifts. The sound of your name echoes through the heavens. This happened today. Your name was called not once, but 3 times before the throne. Each call grew louder, as if the heavens themselves refused to leave your situation unanswered. And when the 3rd call rang out, Jesus stood and said, "Send for Michael. Tell him to go now. That is why I am here." Do you feel the power in this moment? Why can't you turn away from these words? Because this is no random moment. This is divine intervention. I see the threads of your life as they truly are. Not just the days and hours you live, but the spiritual threads that weave everything together. Some threads glow with the gold that God Himself has woven, leading you toward blessings you can't yet imagine. Others are dark and twisted, pulled tight by the enemy to delay you, distract you, or destroy your path. Right now, one of these dark threads is tightening, pulling tighter and tighter. Someone, somewhere, has taken an action that ties a knot into your future. They think it's hidden. They think you'll never see it. But the heavens see it, and they will not let it grow out of control. No. If you stay with me and hear everything that must be said, you will understand. Beloved, I wish I could soften what is coming. But if I do, you won't feel the weight of it. The person behind this evil is closer to you than you think. They are not strangers in your life. They have been watching you for a long time. Deep down, they have already decided that you stand in the way of something they desire. Whether it's your position, your gift, your favor, or your peace, they believe it must be taken from you to become theirs. And right now, they have begun speaking to someone who has the power to act against you in the natural world. What once was only a thought and a whisper is now turning into action. That is why the Spirit of God is not just warning you, but calling you immediately under His protection. Because if you wait even one day, you will feel the consequences, and the enemy will make you believe it's just a coincidence so that you won't fight back. But I tell you the truth, when the heavens speak, there are no coincidences. There is time, there is choice, and there is obedience. This moment brings all 3 together. The fact that you are reading these words means the enemy's plan has already started to fail because they never expected you to notice their move. Now, I must tell you something the enemy doesn't want you to know. Every trap, no matter how well it's hidden, leaves a mark in the soul. When a curse is spoken, when a lie is planted, when a conspiracy is made, it creates a vibration, a dark sound that spreads through the unseen. This sound reached the heavens 2 days ago. At first it was faint, like a shadow moving just out of sight. But last night, it grew stronger. It took shape. And when the name spoken in that sound became yours, the heavenly host turned their attention to it. I was commanded to stand watch until the moment arrived to reveal what had been hidden. That moment is here. You are not powerless in this. Beloved, you are not a helpless target, waiting to be trapped. The same God who parted the seas and calmed the storms is the God who surrounds you now. But you must choose to stay in harmony with His voice. This means not letting doubts lead you away, not letting distractions pull your focus from what is happening. Even now, something will try to pull you away from this message, from this embrace. A phone call, a noise, a sudden thought about something else you must do. Recognize it for what it is, an attempt to disconnect you from your protection. Beloved, in the Spirit, I see something else. I see you standing on a narrow path. On both sides, fields stretch out, But these fields are not empty. On one side, the harvest is ready, golden, abundant, and waiting to be gathered into your life. On the other side, weeds have grown tall and thick, full of thorns. The enemy tries to lure you toward those thorns, convincing you that you have no other choice but to go that way. But the heavens say differently. They say, stay on the path, look ahead. The harvest is yours, but you must not turn away. The bad news, my beloved, is real. It is already moving toward you. It will not turn away by itself. But the good news is even more important. It can be stopped, reversed, and even turned to your advantage if you act now. This is why I am still speaking to you. The reason the heavens are holding this moment open is because you have been given a choice to follow God's will or to miss this moment and face what the enemy has planned. If you knew the full cost of the second choice, you would not hesitate for a second. The truth, my child, is that the heaviness you've been feeling lately, the sudden moments of sadness, the fatigue that never leaves no matter how much you rest, comes from more than just your mind or body. This pressure you're feeling is the enemy's plan, pressing down on your spirit. It is the shadow of what they hope for, but shadows have no power in the light. And I am here to tell you that the light is shining on you now. What they meant for harm can still be turned into good, but only if you receive this message and stand firm in it. And that's not all. Jesus is persistent. He doesn't stop calling your name because he knows what lies beyond this trial. On the other side of this moment is what you have asked for, even if you didn't realize it. It is the answer to the prayers you've shed tears over. It's the fulfillment of promises you thought were delayed beyond hope. The enemy attacks not only to hurt you, but to stop you from stepping into this season. They know that if you get through this, you will rise to a place where their influence cannot touch you. That is why they are acting now, before you even see it coming. Beloved, you are closer to breakthrough than you've been in the past few years. The pressure you feel is not a sign of failure. It's the final resistance before the wall breaks down, but it will not break on its own. You must stand, listen, and receive what the heavens are placing in your hands. That's why I urge you once more. Don't walk away from this moment. Don't close your heart. Let these words sink deeply into your spirit, because they are not just mine. They are the echo of the one who calls you his, the one who has never abandoned you, the one who is standing right beside you now saying, "Do not be afraid, I am with you." Beloved, in the life of every chosen person, there comes a moment when the battle they face is not for the past or even the present. It's for the future. That's where you are now. The enemy is not attacking what you have, but what you're about to enter. He's targeting the blessings that haven't yet reached you, the opportunities that are just beginning to come your way, the doors that are just starting to open for you in the unseen world. These doors shine with promise, and the enemy sees them as clearly as the heavens do. This is why the battle feels so intense right now. The war is over territory you have yet to enter. If they can stop you now, you will never even know what was meant for you to receive. You need to understand how the heavens work. When God speaks a word into your life, that word becomes law in the spiritual realm. It begins to move the moment it leaves his mouth. But just because God has spoken doesn't mean the enemy will not try to interfere. They cannot erase what God has said, but they will try to delay it, twist it, and make you doubt until you give up on it yourself. This is exactly what they are trying to do to you now, to plant just enough fear, confusion, and burden to make you stop moving forward. And beloved, you cannot let them win. The vision I see is clear. In the spirit, there is a table with papers bearing your name. Some are agreements already in your favor, blessings, resources, answers to prayers. Others are lies and schemes meant to hinder you, documents filled with half-truths. At this table, two forces stand: angels offering you blessings, and messengers of the enemy pushing those lies and schemes closer to your path. Both forces are moving quickly, and you, my beloved, are the deciding factor. Your choice in this moment, to listen and act or to turn away, will decide which set of papers reaches your life first. Let me be clear. The bad news the heavens are warning you about has already been set in motion. Words have been spoken against you, not just in anger, but with purpose. Actions have been taken to limit your steps. The one behind this believes they are in the right, that you have what you deserve. But the heavens say otherwise. The heavens say that what God has given you is yours, and no one can take it unless you give it away. That is why Jesus pleads with you. Not because he fears the enemy is stronger than you, but because he knows you must remain alert and not give up. Beloved, the emotional heaviness you are feeling is not by chance. It is the spiritual weight of this interference, pressing down on your destiny. On some days, you may wake up feeling empty even before the day starts, asking yourself, why do small disappointments pile up so quickly, as if someone is trying to strike at my very core? And you would be right to feel this way. Someone is indeed doing this. It is no accident, it has been planned. But here's the miracle. You are being told in time. You are not walking blindly. You are walking into this moment with the full light of the heavens shining before you. In this moment, God is not just warning you, he is giving you authority. This authority comes not just from your strength, but from your agreement with him. When you agree with what the heavens say, that agreement is like a seal. It locks the enemy out. The key to that seal is here, in these words, right now. That is why I must tell you with all urgency, do not turn away. Let these words settle in. Let them become part of you, so that when the enemy tries to strike again, he will not find a way in. You must also know this. The enemy's attack will soon be revealed. What has been hidden will come to light. But here is the part they don't want you to realize. The moment it is exposed, you will have the chance to turn it to your advantage. What was meant to shame you will become proof of your favor. What was intended to stop you will become the very thing that pushes you forward. But this will only happen if you are spiritually ready to see it for what it truly is. If you get distracted or ignore it, you will see the event unfold, but miss the victory that lies within it. Beloved, I see in the Spirit that this season will not be a time of loss for you. It will be a season of divine turnaround, a time when the weapon aimed at you will not only break, but turn back on those who sent it. However, like every promise, there is a condition. You must stand firm. You must stay in the present moment that God is giving you right now. I speak to you by his command, so that you do not miss this opportunity. This is why I have not left your side, why the angels around you have been awakened. Think about this, my child. Every trial you've faced until now has been preparing you for this moment. The strength you gained through past storms, the faith you built when you had no choice but to trust, the perseverance you developed when others rejected you, each of these was meant for this very time. You will not be caught off guard. You are ready for victory, but the choice is still yours. Will you step forward under the protection of the heavens, or will fear and doubt take control? The weight of God's love for you surpasses all understanding. Jesus did not just speak your name today. He held it as a treasure. He looked at you, not with disappointment, but with deep compassion, knowing all you have endured. He knows your silent tears, the ones no one else saw. And it is these tears he speaks of, saying, "Not this time, my child, not this one, the one I have called my beloved." In the life of every chosen person, there comes a time when the heavens can no longer stay silent about what is being done against you. This is your time. I do not speak out of assumption, but from what I have seen in the spiritual realm, what has been revealed in the heavenly courts and confirmed by the one sitting on the throne. You cannot even imagine the pressure you've been under. You are not mistaken in feeling that you are being watched more than usual. You are not mistaken in feeling that your name has been spoken somewhere without your consent. This is no coincidence. These are deliberate actions, working against God's plan for your life. And yet, the truth the enemy cannot deny is this. You have been warned, child of God. This is the unstoppable child of God. I want you to picture this clearly because I see it in the spirit right now. In a room with no windows, there is a dark, polished table. 3 figures sit there and speak in low tones. And every time your name is spoken, the air changes. One of them is writing something down, another nods, and the third looks troubled, as if they realize they are stepping into dangerous territory. This unease comes from the fact that deep in their hearts, they know they are dealing with someone who belongs to the heavens. They understand the risk of opposing the chosen one. Still, they continue, believing no one will know. They think you are unaware, lost in your thoughts and routine. But right now, as you hear these words, that belief is falling apart. Beloved, do you understand what this means? It means you are being brought into alignment with God's perfect timing. The revealing of this plot is not a coincidence. It is happening because the heavens have decided that now is the time. The darkness was allowed to spread only so far and no further. And when God says, enough, no enemy, no plan, no alliance against you can stand. They may try, but they will soon realize they are not fighting you. They are fighting the hand of God. You may be asking in your heart, why me? Why is this happening again? Why do they keep trying? The answer, beloved, is simple. It's because you carry something worth attacking. If your life were meaningless, if your calling held no value, the enemy would have no reason to rise against you. But the truth is, your purpose is so bright, so powerful, that darkness has tried to silence it since the very moment you were born. They have failed before, and they will fail again. But understand, the persistence of their attacks is indirect proof of how valuable you are in the kingdom. Right now, in the spirit, I see angels standing at the 4 corners of your life. Each one holds a flaming sword and is carefully watching the enemy's next move. They are not idle, they are ready. But the laws of heaven are clear. They cannot act without your consent. This consent comes through faith, awareness, and your decision to follow the truth you are hearing right now. That is why I urge you again. Do not turn away, do not close your heart, and do not let your attention wander. What is being poured into your spirit right now is exactly what will allow these angels to act on your behalf. Here is what you need to understand. The bad news I spoke of is not meant to simply make you afraid. Fear was never God's intention. The purpose of this revelation is to prepare you, help you take the right position, and protect you. The bad news will come in a form that seems natural. Maybe a conversation, a message, or a shift in the behavior of someone close to you. At first, it may seem small and unimportant, but deep in the spiritual realm, it will carry a force that aims to change the course of your future. If you recognize it when it arrives, you will have the power to stop it before it takes root. If you miss it, it will try to grow into something much larger. This is why this moment is so crucial. Beloved, I want to remind you of something you may have forgotten in the struggles of recent days. You are not alone in this. Every prayer you whispered, every tear you shed in silence, every thought you sent without words was heard. Not one went unnoticed. Even when it seemed the heavens were silent, actions were taken on your behalf. Doors were closed to protect you from dangers you never saw coming. People were removed from your path because they would have slowed you down. Resources were prepared for a future you haven't yet seen.